It's the Cowsills podcast.
Hey, everybody.
Yes,
Merry
Hey
Christmas.
everybody.
we are here
Merry.
Hello.
for the 117th time. We are we are indeed here. Uh,
Yeah.
at 116, we did finally run out of guests. We have no more, and we're going to do this one alone.
I have a special guest right here.
We
Excuse
have
me. Whoa.
lots of guests coming up. Susan's got a little finger Santa on her thumb.
I also
Yes,
have
she
Hermie.
does.
I want
Susan, for
to
you
be a
audiophiles,
dentist.
Susan has decorated her Zoom square with Christmas lights and is in the
It's
spirit.
Hermie.
In the spirit. So welcome. We are here. Man,
Yes.
hey, you know what, guys? That was a long, long episode with our buddy Phil Solem last week, but we dug it so much because when you see somebody trying to make it early in the game and you find out later that they do, that is the coolest
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah.
that is.
And what I thought was cool too, and I mean, the whole human race knows about this. Like, there's times in your lives, pinnacle points, and whoever's in them at that moment, you really remember them. And we were, so these guys were pinnacle point people to me. We were doing our thing again, trying to see what we had to offer the universe. And there were these kids in this rehearsal studio with us, because to me everybody was kids, because I was 8 when I started working. So and just to see him as an elderly gentleman,
Yeah.
and I was like, that guy is 15 in my head, or 19 or whatever.
Yeah,
Great
he looked
stuff.
good. He looked good.
Amazing. He's so cute.
Yeah, he looked good. That was cool.
Just great though. It did the heart good.
I was amazed how impersonal them doing that song became, as he told us. It's not like they had it and they shopped it. It was like,
Right.
it was crazy.
Kind of
But
like,
that's how it can happen.
well,
That's how it can happen.
hair happened to us. Don't you feel that way? Hair kind of happened to us.
Love American Style.
Love,
Same thing.
Love
in the
American
same way.
Style. Yep. Well, but I'm talking about a song that we wrote becomes a big TV smash.
Sure.
Nobody knows about that, if it's going to happen or not. And that's kind of the fun of it, that it could happen.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
got to have the show happen for the song to happen, and who knows if
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
You could do a
because when
million
you're doing the
songs.
song, there's no show. Yeah,
Right. So that was cool.
I guess it's
Yeah.
all the hope meter.
Super cool. So you guys, it's Christmas time.
Right.
It is
This is our
Christmas
Is this our Christmas podcast?
No, well, it's going up to tomorrow night, so we'll have a
We
few.
got another one.
I love it.
couple more before the day itself.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, listen, but what are we doing all week? I know what I'm doing all week. I am in the Christmas spirit big time. I am strumming and singing
I'd be
Christmas.
strumming and singing.
Christmas.
I have been looking at all the lyrics. It's kind of cool. We kind of know these songs now,
I do.
and
Yeah.
so just a little refresher seems to be a big deal. I mean, I sing them before I go to sleep at night in bed to myself.
I
Nice.
can't-
We must love that.
yes,
No, to myself.
no,
Oh,
right.
oh.
That I do that too. I mentally sing the song because that's how I memorize the lyrics.
You
Yep,
guys are
that's
two
what I do.
heads. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's
And
what I
then-
do.
And then I get real good at memorizing lyrics in my head. And then when I put it on the
Hmm.
guitar, everything goes south.
Oh,
And I have to
yeah, any
relearn
little
it.
thing.
Any
Yeah.
little thing. I feel real confident out of the brain and then into the hands. I go, oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow, you're scaring me. We're going to be
You have to
fine.
do them at the same time then. And you've been practicing just memorizing lyrics. And then the lyrics go haywire. And then I start once again mixing up Rock Around the Christmas Tree and Jingle Bell Rock.
You
So
just did it.
I did that in
Yeah.
France and I mixed them up. And that's okay. That's okay.
It's going to be all right.
I've been singing them. It sounded good. And we can always,
I'll
Yep.
be rocking and hopping and chopping, and we're going to look at each other and laugh, and you know it. It's going to be great.
I think it's going to be fun. I love it. I think that I had an idea that we start the show with Winter Wonderland, of course, but
Mhm.
it's just the three of us. We do the very beginning a cappella and then bring the guitarists in.
Woo!
Yeah.
Oh, we can
Yeah,
surely do
that's
that.
fun.
And
And that way we have a
then-
dynamic band with us.
And maybe we can leave this happy tonight and we can slow down. Walking in the winter wonderland.
Oh, like
Waiting
it, Bob.
on. Then bring the guitars in the orchestra.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
now
Guitar.
the
Yeah,
car
that'd be
the
fun.
cow barners are a part of our production. By the way, guys, speaking of Christmas, we do
Yes.
have to say this. I came across, and I'm sure I know we're going to hear from the castees, and so I received, and I don't remember if it was on the road or in the mail, some Christmas ornaments. They say
Oh,
Cowsill Cow Barn. They're amazing. I have one on
Oh,
my tree, and I have one in a bag, another one. Like there were probably three. Does one of you have one?
oh no, I don't have one. So they made them, you mean, and sent them to you?
Yeah, for us, and it says Cowsill Carba. It's
Oh, I
Cow
think
Barn,
that's
and it's
cool, the cowboy.
cute.
All right.
So I'll bring it to Tomball, but I've only found one other one.
Yes.
I'm hoping one of you.
yeah. I haven't received it yet, but
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
that's cool.
okay, you guys can fight over it or saw it in half. I don't know what to do.
But you could bring them with you onto the show.
For sure, and we can show it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll bring that, like I said, I'll bring that red suitcase with everything from Branson in it. I mean, from
Yeah.
all of our Christmas shows that we've been doing.
Yeah.
Speaking of shows,
Awesome.
speaking of shows, especially for the two new listeners from Norway, we should go through our itinerary real briefly uh, uh, with everybody. Now we have December 19th, Tomball. That's the Christmas show. It's one shot. We have one show, and
That's
then
up next.
it's up next. Yep. And then we're done until February 8th in Vero Beach, the 10th in Mohegan Sun. The February 11th is Sunday at the Cutting Room in New York. And let's just pause right there. Yes, we know it's Super Bowl Sunday. That's one thing we want to let everyone know.
Right.
Yes, we understand if you go, well, that's just asking too much. I mean, that's just asking too much. I'm not a football fan, but that's bigger than the game. That's a showbiz day,
Yeah.
holiday.
Yeah.
We get all that. Now we think we're starting at 7. If you look in the paper or looking online and you'd find out that we're starting at 10 or something, then you might as well come to the cutting
I don't
room
know why.
for the game because apparently they're going to play it and we're going to play after it. But we're not
Oh,
saying that's what they're going to do. But
right.
you never know. And I don't think the cutting room rises or falls based on football fans. Yeah, and well,
What do you mean? It's not what
I
we would
can't
call a
imagine it.
sport bar.
Well, even a sports bar, but candidly, it's more than a game and it's more than a day. It's like a holiday.
True day. True day.
The,
It
the,
is. It is with all the barbecuing or
it's the
eating.
true end of the holiday. So join it with us at the cutting room and watch about. We start our show at 7, 8, 9, about 9:30 at the end of our show. Everyone shows up.
Yeah.
Well,
Saying
yeah,
who
I don't
dat?
know about that.
Who dat? Who
Hey,
dat?
Who dat?
that's February. Then March is cruise month.
Cruise.
Anyone want to take these folks through the cruises we have on?
Oh, I would love to
Yeah,
because it's my
do
favorite. And
it.
somebody correct me when I'm wrong, but I do believe we do dates. Anybody's got dates. I'm just saying it starts off with the Flower Power Cruise, which is our 60. No, I'm not doing this. Somebody else start off.
Paul, you want to do it?
Yeah. So what we got going, guys, and this is exciting for us. Alan, who runs the cruises, it was funny. Susan is going on a cruise that Russ and Susan are on. Okay. And this is like
Russ is
what was the name of that cruise, Sue?
Big Easy. Russ
Big
was
Easy.
one.
Yeah. So it was a Big Easy crew. And little did Susan know, or me, or maybe even Bob, that
I knew nothing.
Alan was doing that cruise, that Alan's got that cruise too. So Susan's just minding her own business, enjoying a cruise without having to work the cruise. And all of a sudden, she's seeing the people that are on our 60s cruise all the time. And so they come and they grab Susan. And at this point, we have the 60s cruise, and that's coming up. We're very excited about that. So Susan's called down into an office where Alan's gang are, and not Alan, but Alan's gang. And they say to Susan, look, at Alan talk to us, and he wants to know if we can do the 70s cruise.
No, the
and so
malt.
Susan's huh?
Malt
the
shop.
malt shop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And,
Right.
oh my God, that would be a third one. Okay, so you didn't. Right.
Okay.
So anyway, well, my story is hold because it's the malt shop thing that Susan was talking about. But anyway, So Alan, then that's happening. And so the malt shop thing comes out of the middle of nowhere. And the 70s cruise, we've been saying for the last few years to Alan or anybody who listened, hey, we can do the 70s cruise. And people kept saying to us, why aren't you on the 70s cruise? And so we're on the 70s cruise as well as the 60s cruise. The 70s cruise chronologically off, but the 70s cruise goes first and then the 60s cruise.
Okay, thank you for
The malt
that.
shop cruise that Susan was asked about, and she immediately, even without talking to me or Bob, she knows it's cool. She said yes to the malt shop thing. Now, she said yes. Yeah. And she comes on and says, yeah, we're on the malt shop cruise. And so the three of us start going, well, do we have to do doo-wop or what is that? What is kind of music is on the malt shop? But the Beach Boys go on it. A lot of the bands all go on it. So we can find out that. So now we have two cruises for sure. And that'll be the 70s cruise, like March 14th to a certain date of 8. And then we get off of that ship. We're going to get right back on that ship. We get to leave all of our stuff up there, except our passports probably, and whatever we need credential wise. And then we're going to get right back on that ship and do the 60s cruise. And it's going to be unbelievable.
We are on both cruises, the full length of the cruise. So it's going to be 6 shows.
And 5 suitcases.
60 songs. Hey, what 70s should we start learning first? Country Roads for sure in the key of G. That's a great key. I can tell. I tried. Yep. Yeah, that's good key.
Yep. And then I Think I Love You. We know that's in.
Oh my gosh, of course I Think I Loved You's in. And
it has to be.
Heat Wave, we all love Heat Wave.
Rhiannon. Susan, we just need a key for Heat Wave from you. We can work on that. And Rhiannon. So let's do Country Roads, Rhiannon. Good Times Roll by the Cars. And
Tommy James. What was
and Dragging the Line. So
man, that's going to be so fun to do for me.
Yeah. And
I can beat his voice. It's very
you
easy.
can. It's going to be badass.
Yeah.
It's got a nice harmony built in there too for me and Susan. So
yes,
because I'm going to start working on chord sheets and stuff, and I'll pick that first 5 to get going on, since those are for sure we're going to do.
Right.
All right. So that'll be fun.
Very exciting.
It will be.
Anchors away, my boys.
And then
it's funny, I've been rehearsing just by myself, and I'm realizing that I'm rehearsing everything about the March shows, and I wasn't really paying attention to Tumble, which is up next. I got to get off of this. At night, I'll play the piano and sing my songs for the 70s cruise.
Now, why don't I just speed read the rest, okay? I got them all in front of me. After the cruises, okay, we get back. There's a May 4th trio show in North Tonawanda, New York. July 27th to 28th, we're in Friday Harbor, Washington, full band. In June, July, and August, we are on the Happy Together Tour. September 2nd, Happy Together Tour show. September 13th, trio show in Lorain, Ohio, opening for the Buckingham. September 14th, trio show in Dearborn, Michigan, opening for the Buckinghams. September 20th, Barboursville, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, with the full band. October 27th through November 4th, if we got it, we think we did. The Malt Shop Cruise full band. November 8th, a return to the Golden Nugget. They may go all the way to
November 8th, yeah.
You think I was getting punked by Star Vista?
Well, I haven't heard from anybody, but we'll just see.
Her name is Liz. And what was her name? La Baz.
She's real.
Liz, I know. I was sitting in front of her. I do not like your trepidation. I don't like it. No, I do not, Sam, I am.
And then after Vegas, that's November 8th, right? We're still waiting for where we're going to be for Christmas.
Because we know we're going to be somewhere.
But we don't have an offer yet. Hey, so anyone out there that needs a family group that can, sing Christmas carols and
have a hell of a choreographed from the top of the chimney to the top of the wall.
We can dance and sing.
And I checked Rick Thomas and his magic show, and he is playing he's
Branson,
all played up. Yeah. In Branson.
Is he in Branson? He's not at Andy's Theater?
No.
No.
It's closed.
I forget where he's at, though. But yeah, he's at another nice one.
Rick, we know you watch this podcast every week. Rick, take the show. We know you made a reel of it. We know you made
Yeah, next year, Rick.
Walk up to the Lawrence Welk Theater and book it, man. Let's do it.
Book it, Dano.
We're all ready to
Yeah.
go. Okay, we can.
Come on,
We can.
remember the Christmas you took your son skiing? Well, you could make the Cowsill Christmas
That's
dream
right.
come true next year. Go ahead, Paul.
Yeah, I was just thinking, it would be cool if Rick took that whole thing. Let's say he goes to the Branson people and he goes, yeah, I got you all saw it. I want to do it. And they go, no, we're not going to do it. Wouldn't it be great if he went to Hawaii and sold it in Hawaii?
No,
Wow.
not for me. I
Let me
don't
think
want to go to
about this.
Hawaii at Christmas.
Susan, if you could go to Hawaii for 6 weeks and do
I
the
don't even want
Branson
Russ
show,
hearing that.
excuse me. If it did surface and you're 6 weeks there doing this Branson show, are you crazy? Of
I
course
didn't
we
say
would
I
tell you.
wasn't gonna go.
Yeah.
Right. Because Russ would go, he could go. It'd
He'd
be a
go
great
first.
holiday.
Guys,
He'd
if,
go first if he thought I
guys,
was going to a tropical place for him. Yeah.
if they put that show in Hawaii, ain't no one gonna make money. Everyone's gonna. Everyone's
True.
gonna. We're gonna celebrate
Well,
it.
then Hawaii is out.
The ocean right out of existence is gonna happen.
Uh-oh.
So we're going to Hawaii?
Oh, no, we're not going to
Are we
Hawaii.
going to Hawaii?
We're going to Hawaii, Russ.
Hawaii.
Pack your bags.
He's probably just said pack your bags and be sure and put in your galoshes. Now,
All right.
Anywho.
anyhow.
Hey, we gotta discuss one issue that the folks are writing about. Okay.
What?
Well, because remember
Are we in trouble?
yeah, no, we're fine. We just need an explanation is in order. We got some explaining to do. But with Christmas time and some good years coming out, guys, and Omnivore being our exclusive record company, we had to disassociate from our relationship with CD Baby. Now, CD Baby, for all of you people who don't know, CD Baby is the platform and the portal that gets everything we were doing into all those places, Apple, Spotify, Pandora, all of them. Okay. So when you take it off CD Baby, which we had to do with Christmas time coming out in some good years,
We're a black band for the CD Baby law.
that right. There's a black band for the removal of our content on those platforms. And the reason being, because now you get Christmas time in some good years, of course, through Omnivore, Cowsills.com, the Facebook, and now reintroduced to the normal platforms, but by Omnivore. So that's why we had to do that, folks. So if you went to Spotify and you can't find the Cocaine Drain album or Global, these are future releases that we have coming out. Okay, future re-releases. And so in honor of that and respecting that, we pulled that content from CD and we'll reintroduce that at another time in a better and bigger way. And that is an explanation for what's going on, because people were asking, hey, why can't I get Cocaine Drain album on Spotify?
Like they used to.
Of course,
right?
that was CD.
Okay.
That was CD.
Yeah.
So we've removed it and moved with. Well, it'll all be coming out again through the Omnivore portal. Okay, through the.
I mean, we get a little bit of that money, but CD Baby, I mean, at least for sure 100% when you're purchasing something from us, when you do, we are definitely going to get this money. I'm just saying, all that other stuff to me is so virtual, like everything that's out there, I mean, every once in a while, we get reports in or whatever's, but I just think it's a cleaner.
There are some agreements between the record companies and these services. That's true.
Right.
And we do get pennies, but it's still a candy field out there and everybody's losing it. I mean, I saw somebody put the Captain Sad, one of our albums, Captain Sad, with We Can Fly, our second album, and call it an album and sell it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It is totally like that. I mean,
so what are you going to do?
It's funny. I was talking, we were doing these interviews today. Me and Bob were for Christmas time and the EP, the digital download. And, I was talking to one of the disc jockeys and he goes, man, I did it. I've downloaded it. He went to somewhere and I downloaded it and I got it. And now I can just put Christmas time Cowsills. I can listen to the whole song, dudes.
Oh yeah. Anywhere.
And so this whole thing of paying or not paying, I think it's just up to the individual person, to download it and actually pay for it. I think it's
like
just,
honor system.
Yeah, it has to be, because
or you paid a fee and you can download till you galore. And
Yes.
this is when we get our money, our digital money, folks. We get it through something called Sound Exchange. They are strictly digital, and we
Yep.
have to admit, all of us will admit that Sound Exchange in the digital world for the Cowsills anyway is on the up, going up the bell curve, not down the bell curve. So it's registering somehow through different venues and through our lawyer and through our record company. Everyone's got Sound Exchange coming at us. I'm going, okay,
Yeah.
everyone's reporting in, I guess. It's pretty
They
cool.
all got busted for the first few years when they weren't reporting to anybody.
Well, this is part of the results of the Turtles class action
That is
lawsuit.
correct.
That
Our
free,
bossies.
which has to do with our old content in that year 72 to 65 or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
Was
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
that was our wheelhouse. So
Amen to that.
yeah, that was
Yep.
Are you
so that
guys?
explains
Go
that.
ahead, Bob. Yes, that was good business to be taken care
Oh
of.
yeah, man, we got to talk. Yeah,
Very
yeah.
important to have business taken care of.
They get mad at us. Hey, what's
It's,
up?
so, but it's Christmas time.
Yes.
And that's exciting around here anyway. Maybe
It
not so
is.
much everywhere else.
Oh,
I
okay. I guess that was Susan's introduction into our Christmas.
want to talk about Christmas because who doesn't?
Apparently, we're Christmas segmenting. What
Well,
are you doing?
what do you got?
Fondest memory or
We could
harshest
do
Christmas memory?
fondest. I think we talked at Paul. You're doing the Transformer Man
I
thing.
love that. He's wearing green.
So weird. I still can't control
Is
my
that
hair.
why this is
Yeah,
happening?
Watch.
it's a green screen.
Oh,
You
look.
can't wear green.
No, but look, you guys, watch my hair. I can't. I've been online trying to understand what's happening with my screen. I'm holding hair out here, but
Susan, yours is a little loopy.
I'm
Yeah,
like Pippi Longstocking weird. Yeah, something's wrong.
Two Square has funny things.
So all my hair, no matter how nice it looks, it just does this weird.
Yeah, it's like the invisible man moving
Yeah.
through a room.
Hey, so we haven't griped a lot.
Oh, griping's good.
So
It's
should we-
time
should we
for
gripe? I mean, it's Christmas, so you don't want to humbug.
we
But
have Christmas grapes.
well, I have a Christmas.
No, this has to do with my gripes. Actually, have one of my gripes has significant Christmas implications.
I think you need to start.
I think he said plural. I think we need to get him underway. He said
I
his.
think
Okay.
so.
I have
Well,
one.
Okay, I have two, and I do want to do both of them. And
All right.
the first one I'm going to just throw out there real quick. The second
Okay.
one we can discuss. The first one is glasses. We all go into the optometrist and we all go and they go, is this better or is this better? And you're thinking, hell, I'm picking the better one. And so all this stuff is happening. And then you get the glasses, the big reveal day, you get the glasses and you put them on. And it's kind of like, have my eyes gone that bad that quickly because they're not working. $300-$400 later, you're sitting here and then you're thinking, wow, did I say good when it wasn't good? I can't even remember the tests that were done. So anyway, so getting glasses, I think we've all spent probably a $400 that we never needed to spend, or it was a waste of $400 on the glasses, because you go in there and they're upselling you. So you're going to come out of there with prescription glasses that fade into dark and come into light. You're going to have to buy another up thing is about scratching and that whole thing. And then the lights and
Anti-glare.
Okay.
Anti-glare.
It's all coming at you and you're hoping you're answering these things right. But man, when I get the glasses, I just think somebody else was in there answering because these aren't what I thought I was getting.
Okay. So are you saying that while looking out your brand new $400 glasses, you aren't seeing very well?
Well, the problem is that
bring them back.
Yeah, I know. And I know that, of course, they're not going to say anything, but it's just glasses are just a pain in the butt.
Oh, I agree, Paulie. Go ahead, Bob.
Can I respond to that? Because Paul, it happened to me. And it was with the ophthalmologist, not the optometrist. I'm in the big seat where they're looking behind my eye. It looks like science fiction back there. And I'm doing the glasses, right. Tell me when it disappears. Well, it's gone now. Tell me when I'm pretty sure it's gone now. Nothing's for sure. And I get these $400 glasses, and they're just terrible. I go back, and I had to go back twice. And finally I said, look, in the drugstore, I can get like 275s and read, and I get 150s and see and drive.
Wow, I can't.
He goes, look, why don't you do this? Until you can't do that, do that. And I really respected him for that. As long as the drugstore can help me out, this is insane what I was going through. It was over specialized on trying to get me to see correctly, and they were missing it.
Well, that's interesting
Yeah.
because I drove my glasses truck all the way up to 400s and could no longer see anymore. It's the only time I went for the
You got to go
real
in.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can't do that anymore. That's really cool that at your age you can do that still. That's very telling.
Yeah.
But what I have struggles with is the $400 glasses that if they don't look cute once I get them on.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. Hey, you can
What's funny?
you want. It's a thing, and I have to suck it up. Then I have to look. It's like a driver's license that didn't come out good that you're stuck with for 4 freaking years.
yeah.
And so
Yeah.
the glasses for me sometimes are just like, well, this is my look right now because I had,
And,
so that happens.
and they hand me these $400 glasses, and they go, "Hey, no, these are free. But if you break them, the next pair costs $400." That's what
Yeah.
because of the insurance or whatever was going on there. And I
Right.
said, these glasses are as good as dead. I'm going to sit on them or lose them. That was just why I can't do it yet. They're too expensive.
Yeah.
Well, you see me out on the road with my
care.
real glasses. It's stressful to have real
Well, and
glasses.
the interesting thing about the what you were saying, we go in, and I did it too, just like what Bob. I used to have 3 pairs of glasses stringing around my neck and just switching in and switching out.
Yeah.
But I just the other day, these are trifocals. So man, there's so much happening in these. And so I took the 1.5s to watch football. And man, I put them on. It was so clear, and nothing happened because it was all just one.
Right.
You have to get used to the progressives, Paulie.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with the progressives because I do notice that, if I do wear a pair, if I put all those glasses on, I'm not having fun doing that anymore because these do let me stay with these on my head and I can read and I can do things. But the blurriness of the long range out of the glasses that I thought I was doing the test perfectly just aren't happening. So I've got to figure that out actually. Hey, but to this point, I did go to the ophthalmologist yesterday. Yeah. And so my macular degeneration is very cool. It's so there's 2 kinds. There's dry and wet, and the wet's not a good one to have. And I have wet, but I got in there so early. He says, you are here so early with this that we're going to be able to take, because he says, the macular, you can't get rid of that. That's just something you're going to be stuck with. And then the other one, I forget what the other one was, that can be fixed, but I don't know I forgot what that was. So, but anyway, I got the wet macular, and but it's way, way early. And he said, being 72, because I got the cataracts going as well. Oh, and the cataracts can be cleaned, and that can be fixed perfectly. The macular, not so much, but they have all this stuff that's going to be able to handle it all the way along the road. But basically, he said, look at it, you're 72, and most people at 72, if they have cataracts, they're really bad. If they've got this wet macular degeneration, it's really bad. And he's saying that, I'm doing really good, honestly, that, I'm at the early stages of all this and we can handle it all.
Take it to the mat with eyesight.
Right. And I go, so when do you need to see me again? We'll see you in a year.
Nice.
So that's beautiful.
Yeah.
It went great. That all happened wonderfully, and I don't need to worry about it.
That's awesome, Paulie.
That was one gripe. One gripe.
Yeah. What's your second one?
What's your second one?
And now your second one, Paul.
I might have mentioned this before, but it is 117, and there's all those hundreds in front of us. But I'm still having the problem with keeping 2 socks in a pair when they go from my bed into the washing machine. When they get out of the dryer, I only have 1. And it's like somebody's eating these freaking socks. And I mean, I thought I had a multitude of socks. I'm back down to wearing those Christmas ones from Branson. And I can't keep up with these socks. And I think I buy them all the time and I never see them.
Just 2 nights ago, your brother, Russ, came in and said, babe, and he was really passionate about it. He went, I don't know what the deal is, and he does all of our laundry. It has to be that they are in pillowcases, they are in sheets. It can't be that they just disappear. It just can't.
It's crazy.
Was so cute. It was so cute. So to your point.
Yep. I mean, I will search and search my bedroom and all my areas for like the one sock that might be missing. But you know, my bed is actually right on the floor. So there's nothing underneath the bed to look to. But man, I'll tell you, it's still bewildering.
To make it even more bewildering, you're the only guy there.
Yeah.
You're not
exactly.
in competition with 4 sons, 2 sons.
No.
You're in competition with
that's
your
really
foot,
good.
apparently. So
yeah,
that's
I know.
wild. Gee
so
whiz.
All right, those are good
my gripes.
Bob,
right.
what do you got?
I have a gripe. All right. And I'm gonna call it I am plussed out. Okay. Here's what that means. These TV stations always suck. But all right. So I have Paramount. For a long, long time, I'm watching Columbo. I'm loving Paramount. Me and Paramount are spending summer after summer together. Okay. Then all of a sudden, I go to my Paramount and I want to watch some. My parents said, "Oh no, you got to have Paramount Plus now." So I go, "Okay, well, I'm not going to do that." So I don't. Now it's everywhere. Everybody's got a plus. And it's only $4.99 a month. It's like there's 1,000 of them for $4.99 a month. And it's driving me nuts. The NFL did it. Everybody's doing it. Oh, you think you want to watch something a little more challenging? Well, that's on the Plus station. You'll have to spend $4.99 a month, And
it's a racket.
There went Columbo. It's a racket. And they leave the unknown content for free. And I'm going, well, I don't know any of that stuff. Oh, you want to watch Barbie? Oh, which I thought, hey, Barbie's here. Look, Barbie. I never had to go to the movie. Yay. Oh, no. And
21 bucks.
I was just going to say, and in addition,
more than the movie.
The newer movies are like, oh, you want to stay home? That'll cost you, you do pay it because you do want to stay home, But
you do, and you can make popcorn too.
Yeah, and it won't cost you $12.
I don't want to hear it anymore because you know what's coming. Plus. That's gonna be a little more.
Right? Yeah,
totally.
Plus.
And what's funny is most of us get so tired of DirecTV and Dish raising the monthly payment over and over again. And now you're up in the 200s. You go, man, I'm getting out of this. I'm going to go stream. And, and you're getting on there. And when you're new to it, it's like $4.99. I'm in. But when you have like 6 $4.99s.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And now you're back to the same price as you had with Dish.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
Plus versions, and I look, I know they're nickel and diming us, and they get it by volume. They're going for volume. I mean, I get that, but I'm plussed out. I'm not doing it.
Not doing it.
I did it once. I did it for Ted Lasso. There, I said it. Okay,
there you go.
I got Apple Plus. I got Apple Plus, but I'm not doing it with everybody else. You're not all getting me, okay?
Unless Ted Lasso comes back.
Don't do season 4. No, but I'm telling you, but Apple Plus has good stuff. Actually, I'm finding, but I don't need 4 more services. I don't.
Yeah. The morning show is good, but also Bob, there's one where this gal is like this scientist, but she becomes a baker. Damn, I wish I remembered the name of it. You've got to see it. It's on Apple. It's called Lessons in Chemistry.
Okay. I've seen
I heard of that.
For that. Yeah.
It is great.
I heard of that.
Okay. All right. Lessons in Chemistry, babe.
But
it is awesome.
You're right about the cables still. And I know you bailed from cable and people bail from cable because they really are silly. They come at you. Oh, you want that channel? Hey, here's 20 more to go with it that you're going to have to pay for that you won't watch.
Guys.
Right.
You're not going to watch them, but you want the one you want, and that's the game they play still.
Yeah.
All right, there's another issue we got to clear up.
I never did my gripe. There's an issue.
Susan has a gripe, right? You've commented so well on ours. It sounded like yours, Susan.
Well, I'll make mine sweet and fast, and it's not really. Well, I have a gripe and then an observation. What?
You get full time. Go ahead.
Oh no, it's quite all right. It's like we're at the restaurant now. We need to go. Others need to sit. But I don't care for the new thing in the big cities. I don't know, Bob, if you're experiencing this. Paul, my 2 gripes won't affect you, I don't think. But we have a thing called, it's a road rage game. It's a game where two cars are on the highway, a very busy interstate in your downtown area. And what they set out to do is go out and kind of terrorize the interstate by coming up on you. Like, now for me, I'm always looking in my rear view because I can see them coming a long way away, and they're going 90 to 100 miles an hour coming on a big truck. And they go in between us and go past. And it's a thing here, and it's in LA. Oh, well, no, I'm sorry. I know it's in Chicago because I got a buddy there.
Yeah,
Bobby,
I haven't seen it. No, but
yeah,
I'm
I
not
don't
on
know
the
how much
freeway.
you're
I'm
out.
not on the freeway anymore. And that, but I would
Right. And I travel. Right. I think it's everywhere, and it's unbelievable. And it's like that people think this is funny, and like they're totally like, if you don't watch it, man, if you don't know it. Anyway, so I don't like that. That's a great. But one observation I'm having as a Christmas observation, other than Paul's, you look like Christopher Pike. I don't know why. That's from Star Trek, the Christopher Pike.
But because he becomes a head.
When he becomes a head. Okay, that's what it is. When you fade in.
A black shirt.
Yeah, no, that really looks like him because he had a black shirt on. Anyway, we are having trouble in Christmas tree land this year. Those who don't live out in the country where, what's happened is because of the incredible drought that the whole world is experiencing, trees are like not growing to their full thing. People like our trees, our Hubble Library, tried and true every year trees, and their buyer, seller, who they get it, man, we got them. I missed out. So I actually won and got a really good tree. I missed out on our local tree sale, but apparently, and the buyer didn't know what was going on because they're getting it sent. Anyway, bad trees that people are buying $100+ trees that are dying. They're short. You ordered an 8. Oh, and there's a lot of ordering of trees now. So I say you get what you get. You get what you deserve if you're ordering a tree online. It's
that's a
give me a
terrific
flip and break now.
That's a terrific observation, Susan. Really, that was a.
Thank you. Come on.
So you had to. So what happens in that is that you have to go to a more expensive tree and lot.
Outsource, like we live, where we live, guys, on the point. We take the truck up to the end of the levee, and the library's there. It's a hometown moment. The trees are there. We deliver them to each other. Yeah, it's been going on since I've lived here for 10 years, and their seller who they get from got screwed and didn't know. And then they got to NOLA, like the 7 to 8s were 5 and 6 and dead on the inside. I mean, our friend Tam. Anyway, so it's not a gripe. It's just a sad observation that a lot of people, Christmas trees really mean a lot to people still and families.
Work on that for next year. Okay. Let's
I'm going to do what I can, Bob. Me and for lives.
I have an interesting info question from Infoland. It's what would you admit? Okay. What would you admit to that you wouldn't normally admit to? It can be a TV show that you watch that you wouldn't normally tell people, yeah, I watch that, or anything in that kind of area that you wouldn't normally admit to watching or following.
Paul's playing with his screen for audio files, and if you're a video file, then you get to watch Paul become Christopher Pike Memorial Guy.
No.
Anyone admit?
Okay, Bob, you want to start?
I admit that I will drop everything. Yeah, I got one. I will drop everything and not change the channel, even if a really good game's on the other channel, if a car chase is on channel 9 where I live, because I love car chases, and I'll admit that I love them. It's when a guy steals a car and there's 10 cop cars behind him. Happens all the time in LA, and it goes on television. And you watch because, well, you don't want the guy to die at the end, but they throw spikes out at the cars and they stay behind the car because you can't create a dangerous environment, and it can go like an hour. And the helicopters are above it, and and people are going by like, WTF, man, and they know it's a car chase. It's a car chase, and it's always channel 9. And I'll even go to channel 9. Oh, what if there's a car chase? Because you don't want to miss a car chase. Yeah, I admit to that.
You're a rookie, Lou. You're
Yeah, and
looking
there was a
hard.
Friends episode where a delivery guy, brought something to the apartment, and Ross and the guys were watching a car
Oh,
chase, and the guy and the girls really thought the guy was cute, but the guy got distracted. He goes, "Wait, is that a car chase?" And he puts the food down he's going to deliver. He sits with the guys to watch the car chase on TV. So
yeah.
it's very funny, and they
All
are fun to
right.
watch.
That's a
Yeah,
good, that's
okay.
good. That's good.
I do
So
not watch
what
The
you got?
Bachelor. I'm sorry, I don't watch The Bachelor. I watch other things.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Well,
do.
so my, I mean, I don't ever tell anybody what I watch because it is a little embarrassing. But to your point, The Golden Bachelor, I watched that.
Okay, that was
Okay.
great.
It's
I also
Miranda's
watched,
favorite.
Yep.
yep. I also watched 90 Day Fiance. I'm a little embarrassed about that sometimes. Um,
Okay.
My 600-pound life
Okay.
is,
Oh,
I feel
yeah.
bad about that.
Okay.
Um, Platteville.
Oh, really?
And
Okay. I've seen.
yeah,
What's
these
that
kids are,
one?
What's
it's
that?
about these two parents that are like crazy religious and they raise these kids and then they become unreligious, the parents, and the kids are standing there going, what the hell? And they've been all the way through it. Anyway, it's a funny
I
deal.
do.
But I love,
I do the 90 Day Fiance with you, Paul.
Okay, Bob's
okay, yeah,
admitting
I knew
90
you
Day.
did. I wasn't going to bust both of you, but
Oh, well,
that's
No, no.
excuse
cool.
Well,
me.
I came up with car chase because I like. But what are you doing?
Well, if we're doing TV shows, first of all, I want to clarify one thing about 90 Day Fiance, Casty's audio and video. I never watched the show until a few summers ago when my brothers introduced it to me.
Oh, remember?
So there we have that. Now,
But
Golden
everyone
Bachelor,
hooked on
totally
90 Day
down with
one
that.
summer.
Uh-huh.
We had the whole
But,
tour.
so busting me, nay, nay, nay. But I would like to say that one of the things that I'm able to admit now, and this is a really tough one, because I got to, it's like a lot of little things in this category, but I'll stick to the main one that's really, well, now that we're here, I'm going to just say it, but I wouldn't. And anybody who sees me out and knows me knows this now if they're paying attention. But I have a pair of, and I wear in public, Crocs.
What's that
I have
mean?
one pair of, that's a humiliating, embarrassing thing to admit. Crocs are the most hideous shoe product next to something else that happened in the 70s. And I think nobody should be wearing Crocs. They're not cute like
Okay.
clogs, and they're not anything but horrible and plastic and ucky. But my friend Nancy got me a pair of Disney Crocs.
Okay.
Yep, they're super cute.
So is this obligatory wearing of Crocs? Because
No, they're so cute. And they're
Oh.
fuzzy on the inside, which Crocs never
so
are.
you're
They're
admitting that
disgusting.
you like them now.
I don't like Crocs. I'm admitting I'm wearing Crocs in public and that I like the design on this one. This is why I'm doing it.
Okay.
Yeah. Are they easy to get on and off?
Yeah.
Well,
And they're
take them
kind of
off
loafery,
again.
right?
Yeah. That's why they're
Yeah.
so bloody popular. They're hideous. People look like they're
Right.
wearing tires with no inner tubes on their feet and they have holes in
Okay.
it. So you can just see them. It's just like, hey, nice pair of tires you're wearing, of plastic bubbles tires.
Crocs.
They're hideous.
All right, they're hideous.
They're
Oh, I see them.
They're hideous and Susan wears them. Okay, I love it.
Okay, that's it. No. I am for about 2 more weeks wearing a pair of Christmas Crocs, and then I'm back to not wearing any Crocs and
a
not liking
non-Croc
Crocs.
life. Okay.
And sorry, anybody I offended who loves Crocs. Deal with it.
Hey, I just put Crocs in and it showed me a Croc, and it's actually Crocs that look like they have a bunch of hand grenades all over them.
Right, because they have these little plastic holes that you can stick really super cute little plastic things in that say, I am me. So that person wanted to say they're hand grenade Jones. And so like my little grandbabies, like, they have unicorn that they stick in theirs. You can put whatever you want in that reps you into your Croc.
It sounds like you're talking about crocodiles. Honestly,
They're called Crocs. Look them up, Bob. Look at this picture, Bob, in a pair of Crocs.
Why do you want me to look them up? You hate them. That's like, hey, I hate this food. Taste it. You got to taste it. It's terrible, man. Taste it.
It's horrible.
Anyway, all right, we're going on here a bit. We should wrap it up. But one more little thing we got to clear up. One more little piece.
I'm not done with Christmas, but go ahead.
What about Christmas?
I want to ask one thing.
Okay.
And this is to all of our listeners too. 2 things, and just dial in and we can answer.
We don't have phone
This is
lines.
going to be for next Christmas episode, which is next week. I would like to know
Oh.
you two
Okay.
and our castees' favorite way to sled, i.e., saucer, regular sled, toboggan, whatever. How you
Tube.
like to go down a hill, right? What, Bob?
Tube. No, I said tube. You know, whatever.
Tube.
Okay. And we will
Skis.
share
I
that
don't know.
information.
And that's one question. And then
All
what is
A&P rate supply.
what is your favorite and unfavorite Christmas candy?
Ooh.
Oof. Yeah.
So don't answer now. Bob and
think we
Paul,
will
you
all
get to think
say
about
this.
this for a couple of weeks.
I
I mean,
predict-
for a week.
I
This is
predict
for-
the three of us would say the same favorite, but
Okay.
not necessarily the same unfavorite.
Well, so go ahead, Paul.
My unfavorite candy were those little round
Mhm.
raspberry looking things that had that funny squishy stuff in the middle. Do you
Me
remember
too.
them? They were always there.
Of
and they
course
were-
I do. I hated
Man,
them.
I hated that stuff inside
But
that
the
candy.
ribbon was good.
Ribbon's
Love
good.
ribbon candy. That was light as a feather.
Ribbon
Mhm.
candy, man.
And
It was
then the
beautiful.
one peppermint, the one that looked like a pillow, what was white with 2 or 3 red stripes through it, like a
Yeah.
little tiny wee
You
pillow.
know what I loved? I couldn't get enough of them. And it's like Necco wafers. I like the chocolate one. Both, of course, they sell chocolate all on its own now with Necco wafers.
Christmas candy.
On the Christmas candy, I love those raspberry ones with the
Information.
filling. I couldn't get enough of them, and none of you guys liked them. So there they were for me.
Oh.
Good to like something unpopular.
Well,
It's-
then here begs the Christmas question. This begs a Christmas question. Did you like those because you really liked them, or by default because there was plenty of them?
That was an example early in my life of liking something for the right reason, but the bonus was no one else did.
Okay, congratulations. I'm glad to
Right.
hear that.
Wow.
Okay, let's go into the nut bowl. So the Christmas, I don't know about you all out there, but in the Cowsill household, starting in November almost, it
Thanksgiving,
felt like to me was out were brought a bowl or two through the house that had a lot of variation on nuts in it with a cracker available and
Walnuts,
sometimes some fruit.
Pecans, all of them.
Yeah, and I know for a fact there was only a couple I liked. So, Polly, Bob, what were your favorite and unfavorite nuts in the basket?
Walnuts were a pain in my
Walnuts.
butt. They were
Walnuts.
dirty. They were messy.
They were my favorite.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
My favorite were walnuts too, Susan. I like the way they had little compartments in the nut. You could slice.
They looked like
Like a little
Operation, the
walnut.
game Operation.
Yeah. I liked Filbert's. That was my favorite one.
What does
You
that
know.
look like? I don't know the name.
The little brown guy that was a real hard
Oh,
shell.
yeah, that's a good nut. That's
It's
an
got
excellent
another
nut.
name.
Hazel,
Yeah, I think so.
hazelnut.
Yeah.
It might be.
Yeah. So I
What
love
about
those.
what is the one called? It's not chestnut, and those weren't ever really in there.
The
The
pecan.
Brazilian nut.
But okay, the black brown hard one,
Yes.
kind of macadamia like.
Yes.
There were
But
many
I didn't
nuts
like
did
that when I
not-
was a kid.
I did not like the giant. Anything that was a giant nut, I didn't like it.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
I didn't like the almonds, but it's the only one I really knew, and the walnut. So I ate the
Yeah.
almond walnuts.
Yeah. My intention with the nuts was always to get it out whole. And so
Yes.
the Brazilian nuts, sometimes it wasn't happening. And the walnuts, they've got all this lacing of inner nutting inside the
But-
meat.
But
It's
the
hard to-
almond had the straw, the kind of like straw that if you didn't get it out, you get a piece of like what seemed like burlap, like tough
Yeah.
burlap.
And what
Yeah.
Paul's referencing on getting these nuts out of there is your ability to handle the nutcracker.
That's right.
It was imperative. If you went in on that walnut too much, it was a mess.
It was.
It would destroy them,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's what
just the
Polly
right
was
time.
dealing with. Then you have
Just
to
the right
pick
time
it
to
out.
Part it. Yeah, you need
Yeah,
it.
no, you had to become an ace cracker. Very good observation, Bob.
Nutcracker aficionados.
Good observation. Now, also,
Yeah.
and we can wrap it up because we do have to get out of here.
One
but
more issue, but then we'll wrap it up. But go ahead.
okay, well, I'll finish the Christmas thing. And the stockings that we had when we were children were socks from the drawer. Go get the biggest,
Yes.
deepest, longest. And so, of course, so at home for you casters, did you have grandma's made you a stocking with your name on it from birth, fancy bougie people, or were you like us and you had to just go get a sock out of the biggest person in the house's drawer? And then at the bottom of those things was always more nuts and fruit. Bologna.
Crazy.
Well, and Mom always put an orange and an apple in, which I always thought,
Mom,
God,
that's what I
it's like
mean. I thought
now
Santa was doing that. Go ahead.
between the age of nothing and reason, it was Santa that was loading those socks up. So we thought, why would Santa take the
Takes
apples and the oranges to make the sock look fuller and then put a few little things on top? Like, what are we, idiots? We're not
And
dumb.
then a couple of pennies sometimes at the bottom. You
Yeah,
remember getting a couple of pennies every once in a while
yeah,
at
there
the
was
bottom?
sometimes.
And
yeah.
like I was like, I remember I got an apple, a tangerine, some of those almonds that were going to just splinter up in my mouth, and a Mary Poppins wind up thing, and yeah, and then some pennies at the bottom, and I'm like, this is an unusual load.
Yeah.
Usually the stockings held, by the way, are caps for our pistols that we got under the
For
tree.
you
Yep.
guys, go ahead.
The
Yep.
caps and the stockings, man. The supply
Nice.
was there, and we knew
Silly putty.
Silly
Putty.
putty,
Some,
always.
perfect. You could get a slink. Well, I think a slinker was under the tree, but yeah,
yeah.
silly putty definitely.
I feel like a Viewmaster was in mine once, like really hardly
Oh,
put in there and like having to tear it out. Like,
I
how do
don't
they?
know. That'd be a rough one, man.
I know.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
would
Okay,
imagine.
last issue,
All
guys.
right,
Then we
Bob,
gotta
go
let
ahead.
everyone go.
And that wraps up this week's
We,
Christmas chat.
this will not take long, but we do want to take the time to clear up any misinformation or misconstruing or rumors that because our brother Johnny Boy is with us on Christmas time in some good years, that he's joined the band. Listen, John and his wife Vicky Peterson have projects going, and he said to me as recent as this past summer, Bob, you wouldn't want me in your band. So, like, just so you people know the reality of our situation, it's like John recorded Christmas time in some good years with us, of course. So if Omnivore gets all excited like we did it last week, but we know it was earlier with Johnny Boy, we
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
kick John to the curb. Not at Christmas time anyway, right?
And
I
we
mean,
wouldn't want
Right.
to. I mean,
I
that we
talked
wouldn't want to. That it
I
makes
talked all about him being a part of this on
yeah.
all of my interviews. It was
yeah,
fun.
And
It was
listen,
like
y'all.
something brand new to talk about. Yeah, Johnny's with us. It felt
Yeah.
good.
And
yeah.
Johnny Cowsill he is perfectly happy in his life. He's got a lot going on. He has no
And
time for our tomfoolery right now. And just because he's not in the Beach Boys doesn't mean it's an automatic parlay over to us. It's not.
no, because you know
Yeah,
what? None of us
for
are gonna,
everybody but us.
none of us are going to go up to Russ and say, "Hey, Russ, you did great for 18 years, but Johnny Boy's out of the Beach Boys now, so you need to just like go to the
And
tambourine."
guess what? The first
Yeah.
guy
Are you
who wouldn't
nuts?
do that is Johnny Boy.
We got
He
a whole new
respects
sound.
Russ. Wait,
We
and
got a whole
Johnny,
new, yeah, we
look,
got a
there will
whole
be
new sound.
times when it'll be appropriate to have the whole damn family. Remember the King family shows, guys?
Oh
When
no,
everybody comes out at the flipping
someday,
end,
some way. But if you
you
ever
know,
see Johnny
Albino
Boy up there
Ray,
with
whoever the hell he was.
he'll be in a percussion pit with a third tertiary keyboard.
Yes, and when he does
Something like
join
that.
us, he and Russell work
But
that
anyway,
out. But
wanted
good
to clear
job,
it up.
Bob.
It's natural that people say, "Oh, does it mean he's back in your group?" And we just want to clear that up, you know. And, that's it.
And it's
Yeah.
okay, guys.
We don't have any more pieces of pie to share.
We're trying to retire too.
Have another fun week of shopping and Christmasing and all that business because it's still the middle of December. We're loving it. We're going to Tomball.
That's right.
We're going to Tomball Monday, guys. Okay, Monday we're taking the flight. We're going to Tomball. We got a show Tuesday, so the episode
18,
after
Paul, don't worry about it.
after our Tomball show, the episode will be a little late because we're getting back Tuesday on Wednesday actually. So just letting you know that
Right.
we're in Texas. All right, everybody, have a great week.
Oh wow. Okay, see everybody.
Oh, in
Bye,
case you
y'all.
didn't
Love
figure it out,
y'all. I
there
can't wait. Bye.
there was
Just hear
no
the
guest.
sleigh bells ringing, ting, ting, tingling.
Bob.
Oh, nothing. Goodbye. Take care.